Hello everybody, join me today as we do a bicycle tour of Amish Country outside Lancaster, PA. And I'm stopped right here at the train station in Lancaster for a reason. Is because I believe that if you have a bicycle, especially if you have an electric bike, this would be a great trip to do. You could go from Pittsburgh or Harrisburg or Pennsylvania, and the Keystone train line, you can actually book a place for your bike. You could come down here in the morning at the train station and then follow my route that we're going to use for about 47 miles. Get a really good idea where to go and then just see the scenery of Amish country. So I'm excited to do this. Let me take you on a tour. Follow me. So first thing is, we start at the train station. We're going to navigate ourselves to the east, and we're going to head out of Lancaster. Now, if you wanted to start at go to a farmer's market, you could. That's south of the train station. This route just goes straight east, and we're going to make one stop at an Amish Amish museum area, which is one of two areas you can do. The other Amish museum will be at the end of the route. So technically you could do this route in any direction. You can head north first or head easterly. So let's get out of the city and I'll show you more. Within 7 miles of getting outside of Lancaster, I'm already in Amish country. Now, it does take about 30 to 40 minutes to get outside of Lancaster because you have to go through about 20 traffic lights. But I didn't want to record while I was out there because there's so much traffic. And as we can see behind me, out in the distance, there is an Amish school. Now, we do have to be aware culturally the differences when we're riding our bike out there. And as any good adventurer, you need to be respectful of other people's cultures. And the one thing that the Amish people don't like is, or at least without their permission, is you cannot photograph them or take videos of their faces without their permission. So we need to be respectful out here and just not point our camera at anybody's faces or anything. So let's continue to our first stop up ahead. So our first stop brings us to the Amish Village, and it's about 7 or 8 miles outside of Lancaster. We can see the sign here. And the Amish Village is a great place to stop if you want to see traditional Amish life, like the blacksmith and the barns and what an Amish house would look like. And not only that, you know, you could really this could be the end or the halfway point of your bike tour for Amish country if you wanted to, because they have these buses, and from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. you could actually just go ahead and take a bus trip from here if you got off the train in Lancaster, and then these buses will take you to the different spots and areas that you might be interested if you're not up for riding that far. And it's a great way to experience things and see, you know, what Amish country looks like without being too invasive to the people who are actually living here, and taking pictures with them and you know, snooping around their own houses. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. Now, as we leave the Amish Village, one of the things I would bring up if you're riding your bicycle and you do see the coaches and these little Amish buggies riding about, be careful when passing them. You kind of want to take your time because they will go slower than a bicycle or at times. And you don't want to spook the horses, so you want to give them plenty of room. But talking about plenty of room on these roads in Amish country is it's really a great place to ride a bicycle because people are so used to Amish buggies and the Amish on their bicycles that you get plenty of room. And not only that, they build roads with decent shoulders. And so I'll show you some of that as we ride through Amish countries. The amount of bicycle friendly areas, even though there is a lot of traffic, people understand they need to slow down and give you plenty of room to ride your bike. So we're going to move to our next stop and just head into the heart of Amish country. And if you don't want to go to the Amish Village, you can actually go the reverse route that I'm doing now, and you go to Lancaster Amish Museum, which is more of a historical look at Amish country, at least when the Amish came here many hundreds of years ago. So up in Birmingham, PA, if you wanted to stop, another great area to stop is the Amish Experience, which has the buggy rides that you can ride on, and has a restaurant up here you can stop to eat, and brews. And then they also have an old Amish building or schoolroom you could actually tour and see. So not a bad place to stop at all if you're riding your bike and you want to come visit the area by bicycle. So as we keep heading down the road, there's plenty of places to stop and get something to eat along the way, but I have to tell you, there's just a lot of tourist traffic in Amish country. That's something you got to get used to, is all the traffic. You know, if I was Amish, I would probably move out of here. I mean, no offense, it's a great place, it's an amazing place, but it's just got so many people. There's so many cars, there's just a lot of tourism going on. I would move out towards the Dakotas or Montana or Wyoming or something. It's just too packed here, but we're gonna keep going. We're going to Shady Maple. We're gonna go up to Blue Ball, Pennsylvania. That vehicle traffic. We're gonna go to Shady Maple to show you one of the buffet places you can stop and get something to eat. So let's keep going. So now that we made it up towards New Holland, Pennsylvania, so we went north on our route from Lancaster, and now we're kind of at the farthest point on our trip, about 23 miles. So we go further down the road and we can go into Shady Maple Buffet if you want to get something to eat. But the only warning I have is it's a very touristy area. It's an actually amazing buffet, amazing place to get something to eat, but it's a little more upscale, I guess, and the tour buses drop off there. But they also have a great farmer's market. It's not really a farmer's market, it's more like a grocery store, but with all the local food, local vegetables and things like that. But this is my favorite place to go on a bike tour because it's my favorite name of all, and it is Yoder's. Because Yoder's has a really basic buffet, really good food, and you can get in and out really quick, and it's informal. It's an informal dining place. So it'd be no problem to park your bicycle on the side of the road or next to the side of the building, and then go in, get something to eat, get out quickly, and your bicycle's still there. So as you can see, Yoder's is a really affordable option. I put it on the menu, so if you're doing a bike tour and you wanted to get something to eat, I prefer Yoder's because it's just really easy to get into. And they got some great, fantastic food, and it's really like traditional, what I'd consider like German food, really, since I lived in Germany for 2 years. So they call it Pennsylvania Dutch, but it's really kind of like a German, like meat, potatoes, vegetables. So let me get something to eat, and then we'll go back down the road. Yoder's is my place. That's my go-to place up here in Amish Country. So now we're gonna head back towards Lancaster on the northern route, see a covered bridge, and go to Landis Museum. It just seems to be a really, really noisy day today in Amish Country. Sirens, trucks, cars. I don't know. I wonder how the Amish deal with it. All the noise all the time. Okay, at this point, we're gonna stop, take a look at the grava bags. Please, if you're enjoying like the gograva channel and what we're trying to do here with having adventures and stuff, please like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, really helps me spread the message of getting outside, having adventures. And if you want to support the company and buy some really great shirts, and not just support, it's not charity. We have amazing shirts, and we have amazing bicycle bags. New bags coming in all the time that are easy, simple to use, strap to your bike, fit all of my stuff, and I take them everywhere I go, and they're waterproof, handmade in Colombia. So like and subscribe, and we can keep doing more of this stuff and spread the word. Let everybody know about gograva.com, and yeah, let's get further down the road. Go see the bridge. So we left New Holland. Either you went to eat at Shady Maple or you went over to Yoder's. Now, if you just want to go to Yoder's, I would do that because it's quick, it's easy, it's a great place to be. General food, potatoes, meat, great things to eat. And then I take you down on this route, down the main thoroughfare, which does have a lot of traffic, but I do that because it's a -1% grade for like 7 miles. So it really gets you back coming into the north side of Lancaster really quick. So our next stop, once we come back to the north side of Lancaster, on this route is a covered bridge. And I love these little covered bridges in the county. This is just a one-way bridge, so if you have a vehicle, you have to like wait and see somebody else is coming through. But there it is, covered bridge on the Conestoga River, which runs down to the Conestoga Trail, which is where they had the Conestoga wagons that they used to settle the western part of the central and western part of the United States. So a lot of history with the Conestoga River. And let's go ahead and use the drone, take some pictures, video of the bridge, and then we'll head to Landis Amish Museum area. And then we're almost done with our trip. So far about 33 miles, I think, in total. Hope everybody enjoyed my horrible drone skills I tried to fly the drone through and my skills are not that good, and the drone hit the bridge, and then two cars, luckily they just passed over it and didn't run it over. So anyways, we're gonna go to Landis Valley, last stop, Landis Valley Amish Museum area, and then we'll be heading home. So we're almost done. So let's go. So we now made it to the Landis Valley Amish Historical Museum. And this is the last stop on our ride, on our route. After our bridge incident with crashing the drone, and it still works because I got drone footage of this place here, but this is more of a historical look back at Amish communities and how they started way back when. Where the previous first stop was more of like a more recent look at an Amish village and another schoolhouse we saw along the way. This is really a great stop if you have about half hour to an hour to ride up here during the day if you want to stop here. Now you can't stop it everywhere on my route, just some stops. It just gives you a really good view of the Amish countryside and some of the things you could see in that area, like ice cream shops, food to eat, places to shop, and things like that. So we won't go into the Amish country tour because I got to get back home. But if you want to see what it's like to get your bicycle on a train from like Philadelphia or Harrisburg or Pittsburgh, you go back to my Ride to Philadelphia video, which I'll post here at the end, and go all the way back to about 5 minutes before the end, and I show the video of me putting the bicycle and having it on the train. And so yeah, that's it. This is Landis Amish Museum. And we are going to make our way back. We're almost all the way back to the train station. I'm not going to go all the way back to the train station because I parked my truck right before it. So we'll stop my truck and then I'll summarize the video. So let's go. Okay, so I'm reunited with Guinevere here in my truck. About 43 miles, made a few stops, not bad. 5 hours, 5.5 hours for that tour. I think that this would be really good if you had an e-bike. With an e-bike, you could grab some gograva panniers and actually go shopping and buy some stuff, and maybe do it a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. So think about that on the train ride if you do take the train down to Lancaster to do this Amish country tour. Let's see, did anybody catch all the weird names? If you didn't, go to Google Maps, see how many interesting names you can find of Amish towns. They do have a sense of humor. And I'll leave you with this at the end. Can anybody tell me the difference between an Amish man who has a beard and an Amish man who does not have a beard? That's your question. I'm not going to answer it. You can look it up online. But thanks for watching, everybody. I wanted to show everybody this Amish country tour because I think it's really a neat area to ride your bike in. And yeah, just wanted to share it. So have a great day. Look forward to talking to everybody soon with more videos. Bye.